In a world where many men find themselves disillusioned, heartbroken, or trapped in the pursuit of romantic fulfillment, the 19th century philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer offers a lens of brutal clarity. Long before dating apps, gender politics, or the rise of social media, Schopenhauer dissected the very foundation of human attraction, and found it to be far less romantic than most believe. His insights weren't born from bitterness, but from deep philosophical inquiry. For Schopenhauer, love isn't a spiritual bond or cosmic connection. It's a biological trick, an evolutionary mechanism designed solely for reproduction. This sobering perspective challenges modern ideals and invites men to wake up from what he called the illusion of love as nature's deception. Schopenhauer argued that the intense emotions we associate with love, obsession, attraction, devotion, aren't genuine spiritual connections, but calculated responses to reproductive cues. Men are drawn to signs of fertility and youth. Women are wired to seek status, strength, and security. It's not about fairness or justice, it's about survival. Love, in this view, is a fleeting, chemically induced high that exists only to facilitate nature's agenda. Once its purpose is served, it fades, leaving many men devastated and confused. This biological game, according to Schopenhauer, isn't personal. It's nature's cold logic in action, the myth of mutual love. Most men are raised to believe in mutual affection, that loyalty, effort, and emotional vulnerability will earn love in return. Schopenhauer, however, warned that this is a fatal misunderstanding. Women are not inherently drawn to nice men. They are drawn to strength, whether it be financial, social, or psychological. Modern dating dynamics echo this idea. Platforms like dating apps expose a stark imbalance. A majority of women compete for a small percentage of dominant, high-status men. Loyalty and devotion in this equation are not currencies of attraction. They're liabilities when unbacked by power. From fairy tales to frame control. Once a woman secures a man, Schopenhauer observed, the dynamic shifts. The thrill of the chase is gone. What remains is the tragedy of possession, a decline in interest and a power reversal. The man who orients his life around a woman quickly finds himself disrespected and discarded. Rather than blaming women, Schopenhauer advised men to recognize the evolutionary framework at play. Understanding female nature isn't an invitation to hatred. It's a call to strategy. In this negotiation of love and power, weakness is punished, while strength is rewarded. Modern society and the rise of female leverage. The digital age has only amplified the imbalance. With the rise of social media, female attention has become a commodity. Validation is now currency, and the average man works tirelessly, emotionally and financially, for a shred of it. This modern economy of desire is built on illusions, one that Schopenhauer predicted in essence. He argued that women instinctively use their perceived vulnerability as leverage, a phenomenon he termed the tyranny of the weak. They test boundaries not to be cruel, but to ensure survival and secure the highest value mate. Men who confuse kindness for attraction or emotional investment for love are often left disappointed. Emotional warfare and the power of perception. Where men battle with logic or brute force, women operate through emotional intelligence. They read micro-expressions, test boundaries, and guide social dynamics subtly but effectively. What a man perceives as a simple interaction is often a series of unspoken tests of confidence, self-respect, and value. Schopenhauer saw this not as manipulation, but as evolutionary adaptation. In a world where physical strength no longer guarantees survival, emotional savvy becomes the ultimate advantage. Those who fail to recognize this are outplayed before they even realize a game is being played. Liberation through clarity. But Schopenhauer's message wasn't one of despair. His philosophy offered a path to liberation through clarity and self-mastery. The problem isn't women, it's the illusion men have about them. Once a man accepts that love is conditional and biologically driven, he stops seeking validation and begins building value. He becomes the alpha, not by posturing, but by cultivating economic independence, philosophical depth, and physical mastery. These are the unshakable pillars of true masculinity. The man who controls his finances commands his freedom. The one who questions societal narratives navigates life with clarity. And the man who strengthens his body also sharpens his will. The ultimate red pill, self-conquest. The most important realization Schopenhauer offered wasn't about women, it was about men. Most suffering comes not from reality, but from men lying to themselves. They forfeit their essence to please others, hoping for love that was never unconditional to begin with. True power, Schopenhauer taught, lies in conquering oneself. When a man builds a life so rich with purpose and direction, female attention becomes secondary, a bonus, not a necessity. In doing so, he ceases to chase, and instead becomes the prize. The game of love and attraction is rigged only if played with ignorance. Schopenhauer's wisdom offers a red pill not of hatred, but of harsh clarity. In a world of illusions, seeing the truth is the first step toward real power. For the man brave enough to face it, life doesn't end with heartbreak. It begins with transformation.